Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you back on the channel. I'm very thankful that you decided to come back to this channel. And I hope that you get something out of it. That you get some sort of help or something to, think about and ponder. That's what it's all about. Us helping one another. Us loving one another. Us doing good for one another instead of us doing bad for one another. If everybody contribute what they have, no matter how big, no matter how small, if everyone contribute good to the greater mankind, this world will be so much better. Things will be so much better. People will smile more. Have you noticed? People don't smile as much as they used to. You don't see smiles on people's face. When I look at people's face, when I look into people's eyes, you know what I see? I see fear. The fear of not being able to survive. The fear of being left behind. The fear of not being able to take care of their loved ones. We see fear all around us, and fear is one of the worst emotions that you can have. We want to smile. We want to be happy and content while we fight the good fight, while we put forth the efforts in pulling this world back into its original and rightful place. Today, I want to talk to you on the subject of being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. First of all, you have to want to be true to yourself. And second of all, you have to ask the question, how can I be true to myself? See, until you are true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. Until you are true to yourself, you can't even be true to God. Until you are true to yourself, you can't move forward. You've got to be true to yourself. So you say you made up your mind, I want to be true to myself. I want to tell myself the truth. I don't want to lie to myself anymore. And you have to ask yourself the question, am I being true to myself or am I lying to myself? And until you can be true to yourself, then you can move forward. So the next question is, how do I be true to myself? How do I be honest with myself? How do I look myself in the mirror and tell myself the truth? You see, it starts within, and it starts with you facing yourself. It starts with you dealing with yourself. It starts with you paying attention to yourself. Matter of fact, we should stop worrying about everybody else and what they're doing and what they're not doing, and pay attention to ourselves. See, if you want to change the world, if you want to make this place a better place, you got to start with you. We are too busy looking at other people and judging other people, what they have and what they don't have, what they're doing and what they're not doing, how they're behaving and how they're not behaving. You know what? I got news for you. You can't control that. But you can control yourself. You can control how you feel. You can control how you think. You can control your outlook. And here's the good news. You can control your vibration and your frequency. The great deception is you think that circumstances control that. But if you let circumstances control your high vibration and your frequency, you're going to be in a constant fight. You're going to be in a constant battle to raise your frequency. But when you realize that the control is not up to the world, that the control is not up to your circumstances, the control is yours. You decide. You decide to be happy. But what about my circumstances? What about my bills? What about my relationship problems? What about all of these things happening around me that I don't like? You just control you. The choice to be happy is yours. And in fact, if you raise your frequency and you raise your vibrations, the other stuff has no choice but to fall in line with your high vibration. You see, it can either go one or two ways. You can either let the circumstances control you, or you can control the circumstances. How do I control the circumstances? Go within and raise your frequency and raise your vibration and be happy in spite of what's going on around you. Now, I know that's easier said than done. I know I'm not trying to belittle your problems. I'm not trying to say that it's easy. I'm not trying to say that it's simple. And I'm not trying to say that it will happen overnight. But I'm trying to say that is the right path for you to travel. Aren't you looking for the right path? You know, sometimes life is like being up in a tree. And you don't know what limb to go out on. You say, if I go out on the wrong limb, it might break. But if you raise your frequency, you get connected with the Heavenly Father. Become a co-creator with Him. You won't need the limb because you'll just float away. The limb is your support. Stop waiting on the limb to support you and support yourself. By getting connected with the Heavenly Father, by meditating, by going within and being a co-creator with God, by having a relationship with God. And it starts with having a good relationship with you. Have a good relationship with yourself. Be your own best friend. Give your own self advice. Some of the best advice I ever got was from me. When I meditated and I thought and I connected with the Heavenly Father and I just thought. I just sat and meditated and cleared my mind and raised my frequency and vibration. The good ideas, they come to me. That's how your good ideas come. You know what? You know how to get good ideas? All the smartest people in the world, all the most intelligent people in the world, you know what they did? They had good ideas. And they will find a quiet place and sit and meditate. Albert Einstein sat and meditated. Nikola Tesla sat and meditated. And so many other smart people, they sat and meditated. And you know when they did? the good ideas came. But if you're constantly stressed out and you're constantly running and you don't take time to get somewhere and be still and meditate and connect with the Heavenly Father and talk to the universe, talk to the all that is mental, learn things, go within and learn things from yourself. Just learn things from yourself. You'd be surprised what you can learn from yourself. I'm not saying you can't learn from other people. I'm not saying don't learn from other people. But the greatest lessons I've ever learned was when I went within and met God inside my heart. And I learned so many valuable and great lessons when I just went into my heart and met with God there. That's how you do it. And then when you come out of your heart, you'll be a whole different person. You'll have a whole new outlook. You'll see things so much different. I'm not going to hold y'all long today. I'm just going to make a few little points. You see, you always focus on what you are doing and not on what somebody else is doing. Always focus on what you are doing and not on what everybody else is doing. Focus on who you are and not what everybody else is. You see, it's so easy to focus on what's going on around you. And focus is so important. Where you place your focus. I'm not saying be self-centered and forget about the world. But what I'm saying, focus on being the person that you want other people to be. You be that person. Even if nobody else changes, at least you will rise. And at least you will get closer to God. At least you will raise your frequency and your vibration. If the world don't want to come with you, leave them behind. Yes. Focus on what you are doing. Focus on how you are doing. In fact, if you can raise yourself up in every way, I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, physically, yes, even financially, then you can go outward and help those around you. But quit focusing on everybody else. Quit focusing on what everybody else is doing right and not right, and if they're not behaving or doing what you want them to do. That goes for if you're male or female, young, old, white, black, or Hispanic, or any other race. Everybody is an individual. We live inside a body. We live inside a body. We are spirit beings inside a body. And we are in a matrix game. And some of us, many of us, are light beings who are awakening to the truth. We find out that these religions and all of these things that we've been hearing all our life is not as appealing to us as it used to be. That means you're waking up. That means you're starting to see through. You're starting to see through the veil. The veil is being rent. And the truth is coming out. Yes. See, we're going to talk about how you treat yourself and how you treat other people. The treatment of yourself and other people is so important. The treatment of yourself and other people is so important. Be in the love vibration. When you are in the love vibration, you can treat yourself right. When you are in the love vibration, you can treat other people right. Treating people right brings blessing in your life. Treating yourself right is the number one key of raising your frequency and raising your vibration. Learn to treat yourself right. Try this. Do something good for yourself every day. Find something to do good for yourself every day. And that'll keep you in self-love. You gotta love yourself before you can love other people. Then find something to do for someone else every day. Do something good or nice or kind for somebody other than yourself. Every day. Do that at least once a day, if not multiple times. Do something good for yourself and do something good for somebody else. And watch your love vibration, watch your love frequency rise through the roof. And watch you get more happier. And them bills that you worried about, all of this stress at work, all of this craziness going on all around you, they'll fall off like leaves falling off a tree in the fall. They'll just fall off. And you'll be happy. You'll be happy in spite of, not because of. I got about 2 more points I want to make, then I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you alone, let you have your day back. You see, in everything in life, there is a cause and an effect. Cause. We must first look for the cause. We must look for the cause. Once you find the cause, you can find the effect. Once you find the effect, you can find the solution. Cause and effect is a universal law. And if you can figure out what is causing you to be unhappy, what is causing things not to work for you, there's always a cause behind it. And I encourage you to look for the cause. If something's not going right for you, look for the cause. And you know what? A lot of times it starts within you. It starts with your vibration and your frequency. You raise that, sometimes that's all it is. Just like when you are out on the water. I used to work on the water. And sometimes the waves would get high. And sometimes the ship would toss and turn on the waves. And I would ask the question, what's causing this? What's causing the wind? What's causing the waves? What's causing the ship to toss to and fro? And I realized it's the wind blowing on the water. And because the wind is blowing on the water, it's causing the waves. And because the waves are rising up, it's causing the ship. So if you break it all down, it's the frequency. in the vibration that causes your ship to toss to and fro. You see, the wind and the waves is the vibration, the frequency and the vibrations. If you set those right, see, I've been on rough seas and I've been on calm seas. And let me tell you this, the calm seas are a lot better. So pay attention to who you are. Pay attention to your emotions. When a negative emotion rises up to you, if you pay attention to yourself, you will know when you're getting in pride. If you pay attention to yourself, you will know when you're getting in envy. When you pay attention to yourself, you will recognize when anger is rising up in you. Pay attention to your emotions and deal with them before they get out of control. That's one great way to raise your frequency. Deal with your emotions before they get out of control. I'm going to go ahead and make one more point. We should always try to live righteous to the best of our ability. And wherever you fall short, that's where God takes over. You see, you should try to be the best person you can be. You should strive to be the best person you can be. But guess what? You're going to fall short sometimes. Guess what? You're not going to do everything just right. But if you stop every now and then and meditate and go to God and talk to God, tell him where you're weak, tell him what you don't have, tell him about yourself, and watch God take over. See, we all need a little help every now and then. We all need a little help to rise up. I heard somebody say the only time you should look down on a man is if you're trying to help him up. We all go through those parts in our life where things are not how we want them. But you gotta learn how to bounce back. Be like a rubber ball, just bounce back from everything. Learn how to bounce back. Once you learn how to bounce back, can't nothing keep you on the ground. See, the only rubber ball that stays on the ground is the one that's flat. The one that don't have no air in it. But the ball that bounces back is full. And because it's full, it bounces back. The air inside of the ball, you can't see it, you can't touch it, but because it's there, the ball bounces back. The air inside of you is called love. The air, just imagine yourself as a rubber ball or a basketball or something. And the air inside of you is love. And as long as you stay full of love, you're going to bounce back. That didn't come from me. That came from somewhere else. And that was for somebody. So stay in love. You see, greatness is when you've achieved victory over yourself, over those negative parts of yourself. That's what you should be. That should be your goal in life. Overcome the negativity in yourself. And then you can change the world. And then where you fall short, give it to God and let your frequency stay high. Stay in the love vibration. Well, that's my video for today. I hope you got something out of this. I sure did. Remember, be that ball that is full of love. And if you stay full of love, you will always bounce back. Meditate. Talk to the universe. Talk to God. Talk to the all that is mental. Talk to your higher self. This don't sound like no religion, do it? No, it's not. Because I seek truth. I don't seek religion. I don't seek doctrine. I seek truth. All right. I'll see y'all next time. God bless.